turn on some lights. So I guess inconsistency is my consistency. Anyway, if that makes any sense. Morning, guys. Rocky here, Tomahawk Farms. Getting an early start today. It's about 6:30. First of the month. So got inventory reports to do. And I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like on the propane side of business and stuff. Seems like people call in groups. I don't understand it. But, the beginning of the week, I had one order in a town not too far away from home here. It was about 20 miles, I guess. And I kind of put it off for a minute. Because usually we won't run all the way out for one order, just a minimum order. So I waited, and yesterday, I don't know how many more called in, 3 or 4, and one of them is a customer that has 2 1,000-gallon propane tanks. Anyway, I'm glad I waited, because if I'd have run out there that day, Monday, take care of one order, I've been going back again. So it's kind of worked out. Not sure how that happens, but anyway, I haven't done a video in a while. It's been, I don't know, months, I guess, 2 or 3 months since I've done a video. So I thought I'd get up here and give you a little bit of an update. But been having a lot going on. Just busy trying to get set up for a retirement date from the company I work for now. Next year in December, I will be 62 years old and eligible for retirement. So that's kind of been my plan, is to get out of these trucks. I've spent many years in trucks and just kind of burnt out on it. So I'm kind of getting done with that next year in December. That's my plan. So I've been purchasing equipment, stuff to work with between now and then, hopefully to have it paid for by that time. So anticipating doing maybe a little dirt work on the side, driveway, stuff like that, and of course my bundled firewood business. So we're still doing that. I still sell bundled firewood, been selling a few pallets here and there. Got another account, so that's a good thing. So total now, I think I have one customer that has 8 locations, and then I've picked up another location plus the other one I already had. So you might say we're in 10 locations now. But I drive by those locations just about every day. Some of them, not the one customer that has 8 locations, but one location that customer has. So I drive by about 3 locations every day and just check the racks, see how much they got. And then I got a friend that told me I could probably put some wood on his. He's got a little yard by his house out on the main highway, and he told me that I could put firewood up there. So I'm thinking about building a nice little stand there, because I don't really want to do the rick and the cord thing, third of a cord or cord thing. I'd really rather stick with the smaller quantities. That way I'm not trying to source so much wood, especially right now when it needs to be dry. It's got to be dry wood for my bundles and everything. So that leads me to another thing that I've been working on. and it's coming along pretty good. That's the Firewood kiln that I mentioned before, and the room that I parked the skid steer in. We've got ceiling joists in it now. Putting the plywood on the top now. I've made the inner door that will be a thermal door, right? Insulated, should hold temp. I've got the frame for that door built now. So we're going to have to build 2 doors to go inside that. And then I've got another man door. So the big doors, you can go in from outside with the forklift, bring totes in, whatever. And then there's another man door, or what are we going to call it, pedestrian door, or whatever, that is over 4 foot wide and about, I don't know how tall it is. It's over 8 feet tall, but I'll bring a header, put a header in and bring it down some. But it's wide enough that you can go in there with a pallet jack and pull a pallet out and just directly into the shop. We cut it out, cut out the opening and made it larger. So it was about 36 inches before, I think. But we decided to cut it out and make it, it's over 48. So I have to make a door for that. It's going to be insulated. But anyway, next thing will be phone, closed cell phone. And that's kind of the no turning back point for me, because that's an expensive part of it. I think it was my estimates 8 months ago, how long ago it was. It was about $5,000 to insulate this 22 foot long, 14 foot wide, 10 feet tall room. So anyway, I'll get some video here in a little bit. I'm just headed out right now. I gotta spend the day doing some propane. Got customers got a tank leak, gotta fix, and I gotta fix, and then I got a few to fill up. And when I get done with the day, I'll be back down there to shop and working on the kiln, and hopefully I can get some video footage of that, and I'll share it again somewhere. So anyway, just thought I'd give you guys an update, since I haven't been on here in a while, and I apologize. I guess I'm kind of like that. I'll do videos like every day for a month or 2 weeks, and then I get burnt out on it, and then I don't do one for a month. So I guess inconsistency is my consistency. Anyway, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I'm going to get some stuff done, and I will be back there in just a bit with some more video. All right, we're in here in the shop. Got a basket of hickory there. It's been split. First smoking bundles. Not sure what this is. Kind of pretty wood though. Looks real stringy. Anyway, so I was talking to you earlier, telling you, that I've been busy doing stuff and haven't made a video in forever. Well, this is part of it. It's getting dark. It's dark in here. Ooh, look how dark it is in here. Well, that's because we've been working on the kiln. Let's see if I can get a door open. Oh, other chain. I'll open one of these doors with one hand. Okay. No, we've got most of that wood all I had out here, all the oak, mostly processed. I don't know, whatever I was saying. Anyway, that's more hickory there. There's some of last year's totes. tote over there, and got some more last year's totes back there. Anyway, so here's the kiln. We finally got the ceiling in. I've got the interior frame done, which is right there. That'll hold our two 6-foot something, 7-foot doors each. That'll be 4-inch, framed out of 4-inch purling, same as that stuff there. Braced inside and then foamed, spray foamed also. 4 inches of sprayed foam on the ceiling, on the walls, all the way around, and on these walls here. That's the plan. About $5,000 just for the spray foam. I have to knock a bunch of them dirt clods. Well, them aren't dirt clods, them are dirt daubers. Mud daubers, whatever. Got to do this wall here. Get this wall here sealed in. So originally this was going to be a paint booth with a floor fan, suction fan, and water drain out the floor. But it'll work perfect for the kiln. I'll be able to seal that floor off with rubber mats, and the water out of the totes will still drain, which is pretty cool. And then this room here was going to be a bathroom long ago when we did heavy equipment repair. So I already got a water line coming up in here, and I've got what do they call it, a closet flange for shower and toilet or whatever. So we'll have water access here if we ever need it for a fire or whatever. And I might put a 1 or 2 inch hose in here just in case, but it's all going to be pretty much fireproof inside. But I've seen steel buildings burn down before. So anyway, I'm thinking at this point a couple 250,000 BTU heaters, propane driven of course, on this side, on this wall, and probably cement board around the exchange or the plenum going into the room, so the heat will travel from up here at the front towards the back door, kept down low. And I won't tell you how I'm going to keep it down low yet. Maybe a trade secret. Ha. Anyway, so the heat will come from this end towards the outside down there. Have to have some pretty good fans down here for heavy static pressure suction on this end to pull that heat through. I'm going to try to do maybe 16 totes at a time, 4 on each row, double stacked, so 2 wide, 2 high. Might even get 3 wide, 3 high in here, I don't know. Or 3 wide, 2 high, because it's got a 10-foot roof, so you couldn't go 3. But anyway, but we can go 2 easy. So anyway, heavy static pressure here, hot air coming from forward to the back here, down low, and then circulating back up top, along with more circulating fans, and then a couple exhaust fans on this side pulling moisture. And those will have to be on a moisture stat, kind of like a thermostat, but when the moisture content gets too high, they come on automatically. So basically, all the control stuff will be in this room right here. And then these heaters, of course, will be vented outside and fresh air ducted in from outside. So anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing lately. That's what we got going on. Working on the kiln. That's the big bottleneck. We got to have this done. I can't do any serious bundle wood production. Make any promises on how many we can do a year or anything like that until I get this perfected and know what we can do in a week, a month, a year. So, but I think I can definitely do pretty good with a kiln this size. So it's 22 feet long from front to back, a little over 14 feet wide and 10 feet tall. So anyway, and I'll keep you updated. So I got to get that wall there filled in with sheet metal, and then we can insulate it too. And then I don't know what I'm going to cover the insulation with. It'll be a closed cell foam insulation. We might do, I don't know, a real thin stainless steel interior, overlapping, you know, the bottom, start at the bottom, work your way up. So any moisture that lands on the wall will run down, run off on the floor, run to the center, and then out. But I don't know how much stainless steel costs. I'm sure it's high, as everything else is. But we will see where this goes next. When I do the foam, I'm pretty much committed. As of right now, I don't really have a whole lot of commitment. Absolute commitment. If something happened to me tomorrow, somebody could come in here and take these two posts out, that one there and that one there, and it would just be a shop with a room and a roof and a floor. And the floor will be good for storage up there. I don't know how much weight it'll handle, but eventually I'm going to build stairs, set of stairs that'll come up where this freezer is right here, and they'll come up top right there to that, make a landing right there. Oh, we got the fan up there because it's hot up there. Anyway, so the stairs will be pretty narrow set of stairs, but 24 inches wide is probably wide enough to get up and down. And then they'll land, I don't know, probably, I've done the math before, but on an 11.7 height and width, it'll land back here before the door somewhere going into the office. But the shop's a mess. We got the skid steer in here right now because we've been working over there. And we got bundles, partial pallets. Those are just regular bundles up there. Those are last year's bundles, and that's a 3/5. Let's see. Yeah, 3/5 of a pallet of cherry bundles there, smoking wood. Anyway, so y'all let me know what you think. This is my big dream, have my own kiln right here that I can dry my own firewood. But it's going to cost some stinking money. It ain't going to be cheap, I can tell you that. I've already got about $2,000 just putting the floor and the purling across there, and then the square tubing and the screws. We're probably nearing $2,000. So those heaters, 250,000 BTUs times 2. Those are probably going to be $2,500 a piece. There's 5. The insulation's 5. Static fans, who knows? I haven't even researched all that yet. So anyway, that's where we're at. And that's what we're going to be working on for a while. But it's starting to take form a little bit. So Tomahawk Farms Firewood Kiln. So anyway, as a sneak peek, y'all stay safe and God bless.